I'm Adam Mengel. I'm here to introduce to you the 2020 men's and women's cross country teams. Starting with the men, going down, junior Johnny Fike. Johnny is one of our men's captains. He is out of Bradford H.S in Ohio and is a criminal justice major. Johnny is a born leader with just about everything he does. He's always bringing the right energy to practice, to workouts, and that really rubs off on the younger guys. He sets a great example. He is a great example of those types of students who are maximizing their college experience. He's a returning scorer in the steeplechase for us from 2 years ago, and he's excited and hungry to get back to competing. Next, we have Chance Klipstein, fellow junior member and men's captain. Chance is out of Arcanum, Ohio, and he is an education major. Chance is our top returner from last year in both cross country and the 800-meter run. Chance sets an amazing example of what it means to be a student athlete, both in the classroom and at practice. He's got an incredible will to train, and he's now seeing it pay off for himself. Junior Parker Morris out of Jackson Center H.S in Ohio. After having a standout freshman year, Parker has the ability to have great impacts on our team. He's one of our more talented guys, and I would call him the X factor of our team in the role that he can play and the points that he can score in anything from the 1600 to the 8K. Sophomore Brandon Wright, returning after a great freshman year. He's beginning to really start to come into himself and seeing what he can do after last track season. He's going to be an impactful team member for us as he continues to build off that freshman year, and he can be really good for our cross-country program this year. Freshman Carter Cook out of Homestead H.S in Fort Wayne. Carter is probably our most experienced freshman, and he's going to have an immediate impact in our cross-country programs this year. Carter's a true distance runner, extremely diligent in his training, and I see him scoring many points for us in the 5K and 10K distances in cross-country and track and field. Liam Nelson's a freshman distance runner. He's another true distance guy who it's evident that he's better at the longer distances. He's definitely going to have an impact on our cross-country program this year, and you can already see he's showing what he can do in practices. Freshman Luke Rowland, middle distance runner out of the Bloomington area. You can kind of draw parallels in what you see in some of the freshmen to the upperclassmen, and Luke reminds me a lot of Chance. Never a really high mileage guy, but I think as he adapts and trains more and more that he's going to have a very high ceiling at the collegiate level. Isaiah Zay Doring, another freshman out of the Bloomington area, and someone who I think is going to have a lot of range in his events. Zay's just been a great teammate overall so far, and he engages everybody. It's great to have at practice, and he's already seeing drastic improvements after his summer training and what he can accomplish this year. Adam Nadler, freshman out of Hagerstown, Indiana. Never a really high mileage guy in high school, but he is responding extremely well to the increase that we've given him for this cross country season. He's seeing some pretty nice improvements so far, and I think he's going to be in the running for the most improved male this year. Trent Bursch, rounding out the guys, another freshman out of Lincoln, Cambridge City, Indiana. He's another one that I think you can really draw parallels to one of our upperclassmen. He reminds you a lot of Parker Morris in his build, his strides, and his abilities. And he comes from a lower mileage program, but I think he's already showing what he can do at practice and that he's going to have a very high ceiling at the college level. Moving on to the women. Brooke Pereira, senior nursing major out of Greenville, Ohio. She is our women's team captain. Brooke is an outstanding leader and a great role model for every woman on our team. She's described as our team mom. She's always looking out for the rest of the team, mentoring the underclassmen, making sure they have and do what they need. Her will to train and attitude at persevering through workouts is definitely among the greatest of anyone that we have on the team, and She's looking forward to a great senior year this year. Savannah Hart, a junior out of Marion, Indiana, from Oak Hill High School. Savannah is returning all-conference performer from our best finish in 2018 at the conference meet. Even though Savannah did not achieve what she wanted to do last year, she scored for IU East in every single River States Conference event that she's ever run in, and she is setting up to have a phenomenal junior year this year. Moving on to Edmali Cruz Sanchez out of San Juan, Puerto Rico. Edmali is our top returner from last year's cross-country season, and she's bringing a lot of talent back to the table. Her range and abilities have helped her to score in events from the 800 to the 5,000, and she scored in just about every event she's ever run for IU East. She will be instrumental in what our team can do this year. Victoria Reales out of Rota, Spain. As a transfer coming over from Cumberland, Victoria is bringing in some needed veteran experience to our women's program. Arriving just 2 days ago, she's already making impacts on the women's team, and I'm really excited to see what she can do in competition. Victoria aspires to be a future coach, so I anticipate having many questions and conversations with her over the next 3 years. Julia Arruda is a freshman distance runner out of Greenwood, Indiana. She'll have an immediate impact on our women's cross-country team. Julia is a quiet, reserved girl, but watching her in workouts, you can already tell that she brings the fire and determination, and it's very evident in her running. There's a lot of untapped potential there, and you can already tell that she's going to do big things for our program. And finally, rounding out the women is freshman Abby Page. She's another that I think has a really high ceiling. Abby strikes me as one of those women who's a diamond in the rough that every coach wants to find. If you look at her progress throughout high school, you can see tremendous improvements that she made every single year in both cross country and track and field. And I think that she definitely has a lot more to give at the college level.